What's going on, guys? Well, I'll tell you what, Fat Shark's been very busy lately, and they're rolling out a ton of new stuff. I mentioned in my last video how they're reworking two characters, Sister of the Thorn and Shade, pretty heavily. And today they announced that they are going to be making a lot of quality of life and UI changes, as well as essentially implementing some very popular mods into the base game. Everything they are planning on doing will be gone over in tomorrow's dev stream over on Fat Shark's official Twitch channel. But I'd figured we'd just kind of go over it a little bit early since it's already been announced. The first change is that they want to switch to a unified UI, so I'm not exactly sure what this means, but I take it to mean it's going to be simplified and kind of all in one area. The good news is that for people that don't like this new style, there is an option for PC where you can change it back to the way it used to be. So I think that's really cool and pretty considerate of them to do. So they've taken some inspiration from a lot of the most popular mods made by the community. They're implementing that, or their version of it at least, into the game. So what they're doing here, melee camera movement is inspired by the no wobble mod, which is pretty popular. And it looks like we'll be getting some options to allow the camera to move or not move however much we want. This next one is called Detailed UI, and it is inspired by the extremely popular and extremely helpful numeric UI mod. So it looks like we'll finally get official values for health and ammunition in the game, in the HUD, which I mean, hey, hell yeah, let's go. But it gives us the choice to add them, the details at least, so I wonder if we'll be able to kind of customize it a little bit. Kill Confirm Crosshair, inspired by the original mod. Kill Confirm Crosshair by Pixel. This is a fan favorite, I already know. This one, essentially, if you killed a elite or a special, it would show a different kind of symbol, like a color-coded symbol, and it looks like they're doing their own kind of thing for it here, and it sounds like it's just going to be pretty much the same thing. It'll probably just look a little different. Yeah, it looks like little red lines for maybe like a headshot or something. That's pretty cool. Friendly Fire Crosshair Hit Marker, originally inspired by Friendly Fire Indicator. So the original mod, what it would do, it would give you a little hit marker when you got damaged by an ally, and I think by default it was green instead of red, so it lets you know that you were getting hit by an ally, not an enemy. This one, I think, gives an indicator if you hurt an ally and if you get damaged by them, so that's pretty interesting. So if you shoot somebody accidentally, you're going to get a little signal to, hey, don't do that. Social wheel emotes. Ooh, okay. Looks like we're getting some new like poses, you know, maybe they'll implement some like dances, and it looks like kind of by the chest there, we might see one of Sister of the Thorn's new ults, just getting a little sneak peek of that. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, we're going to get poses. Looks like, you know, Ironbreaker's doing a little wave here. That's kind of cool, you know. Manage career inventory. Original mod UI improvements. So it looks like we'll be able to manage other careers without having to switch, and the changes made affect the bots loadouts as well. So as you can see, you know, you got all your characters here, and equipment, talents, crafting, and cosmetics all at the top. That is a really good thing. This is going to be very convenient and very nice for being able to change stuff up. That way you don't have to switch and load in. Equipped items on other careers. Original mod, careers on equipped items. So I don't think I actually ever used this one when it was a mod, but it looks like when you hover over a weapon, it kind of shows like the career or careers you have it equipped on. Just kind of a time saver thing. These are some really nice changes I'm seeing so far. Persistent ammo counter from the mod with the same name. Essentially, you just see your ammunition whether or not you have your ranged weapon out. And it looks like they're making a little adjustments to the bots. This one's called bot prioritization. So it looks like from this picture, we'll be able to choose which characters fill the roles of the missing players in what order. So yeah, that's kind of useful. You know, you can always have like an Ironbreaker depending on who leaves. You know, it can be your #1 priority bot. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Bot safety training. Bots have now been trained in minding their step and should find themselves hanging from ledges far less frequently than before when navigating through levels. God, I hope so, because I'm telling you, the bots like to take swan dives as often as possible. Player respawn improvements. In order to avoid situations where a captured player can be left behind, captured players should now move forward in a given level when the rest of the party has moved beyond the point in which they can rescue the captured player. Yes, a very important change. If you run past someone that you don't really want to pick up, their spawn moves forward, so they're not just stuck there the whole game. That's great. Clear deeds. It looks like we'll be getting the option to delete deeds after the update. I've never had this problem because I don't open my freaking chests. I think I have like 4 or 5 deeds, but yeah, for people that have a ton and want to get rid of them, here you go. Special attack tooltips and binding. Weapons with a special attack, such as Saltspire's Rapier, will now have their attacks noted in item tooltips, as well as mentioned in loading screens and when inspecting such an item, and come with new, more accessible default yet rebindable keybind. So this is just their way of letting people know that, hey, yeah, some of these weapons, like, they can do this interesting thing. Streamlined weapon upgrades. Hey, what's this all about? Entirely new UI window gives an overview of your currently equipped weapon. In the overview, you can see what weapon you're currently equipped, its rarity, and melee ranged, of course. The properties displays the properties. Trait shows the trait. Upgrade, if you wish to upgrade a weapon, you can do so without having to go into the crafting menu. And then the information, the overall stats, strengths, weaknesses. And looking at this image here, okay. So, you know, it shows you the power, that can't be block cost. Maybe that's the block angle, stamina. And then you get like this little stat pentagon. That's kind of cool. So obviously the wider out the dot is, the better the weapon is at that thing. I would suggest maybe changing these colors a little bit more. Like one can be red and one can be like green or something. Red and orange, at least to me, it almost looks the same because I'm colorblind with certain colors. Like I had to really stare at that to be able to tell that was a different color. Maybe just make it like a little brighter yellow or something. That'd be the only thing I would say. This looks really cool though. I like it. Here's challenges. It's possible to claim them in bulk now, as opposed to one by one. And at the bottom here, some things to know for you console players. They'll be able to bring most of these additions to you guys in April. And it looks like more to come in patch 4.6. And they're going to tell us all about that. But for now, happy rad bashing, they say. Okay. So yeah, kudos to Fat Shark for really going out of their way to keep this game like improving and getting better. Like, look at all this crazy shit they're doing. UI changes, mod integration, trying to fix the bots, you know, they made an effort. Just the convenience factor that they're thinking about the player, that they really care, you know, about the player experience with their game. They're proud of their game. They want people to enjoy it. I get that, and that's cool. You know, they don't have to do that. You know, Vermintide has made money. They could have been one of these developers that just kind of, you know, flamed out after a year or two. And we're 4 years in and they're still giving us quality of life stuff and still trying to make a better game. And I really appreciate that. So man, thank you, Fat Shark. Guys, let me know what you think about these changes so far, and what changes maybe that you wanted to see, didn't see, what you would like to see. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to subscribe to this channel and leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next one.